are US Cryotherapy. We are a cold air therapy center. So what we do is use sub-zero temperatures to help de-inflammate the body. We do that by using a whole body chamber. So walking into that is negative degree air. And we do not use any liquid nitrogen in our facilities. We are just ambient cold air that's pumped into the chamber. So when you walk in there, it's already cold. You're in there for 2.5 minutes. It's good to move around and stretch the areas that are sore while you're in there. Basically what's happening is your body starts pulling the blood to your core because it wants to protect your core organs while you're in this type of cold. Well, while it's there, it reoxygenates. And then when you come and you walk back out of the chamber, you're flushing brand new blood back out to your body. So in that process, you're de-inflammating, it's flushing out inflammation in your joints, and it's bringing healing to damaged tissue. So that's kind of the science behind it. So athletes will use it for recovery from games, or you can also use it for post-surgical recovery from just normal workouts, or it can be used for more chronic issues that you've been involved with for a lot of your life. We also have spot treatments. That's where you can focus on a certain area of the body to do a mini recirculation of the blood. So we're blowing negative degree cold air onto that area to flush out the blood first, and then your body draws new blood back in. So we're able to get speeded recovery through these things every single time you get in it. It is a cumulative effect, so the more often you do it, the better results you're going to get, but you will feel better almost always on your first visit.
Count me in.
Count me in. I'm ready. Count me in, coach. I'm ready. Count me in, coach.
Okay, so
I'm curious because
you go inside the cryotherapy thing, and it's how cold is it supposed to be?
It's supposed to be 170. It's been a little warmed up for you guys. It's about 150. Negative 150.
Negative 150. Can anything positive happen from something being so negative? We're gonna find out.
All right, ready? I'm ready when you guys are. Whoa.
I can see you guys.
Devastating. Whew. Lots of snot and slobber everywhere. Ah, here we go. Shirt's frozen. Just in here. But we had the task of trying to explain to people why they need a product that didn't exist before, that they didn't know anything about. That was a huge hurdle at first, because so what we had to do is when we went to trade shows and stuff like that, we had to physically have a bench press there to show people what it felt like when they put the slingshot on, to show people what it felt like to do a bench press in the slingshot, to show people what it felt like to do a push-up in a slingshot. The slingshot from that time, from that period of time, it's been in business for about 5 years, and each year the company has at least doubled, and in some cases gotten even bigger than that, every single year that it's been in business. And the reason why I share all that stuff with you guys is just so that you guys don't give up on your dreams. You guys don't give up on the things that you have in your mind. Again, it's easy for somebody else to shoot down your hopes and dreams. It's easy for somebody to shoot down your ideas and concepts. Maybe somebody in this room wants to bench 600 pounds like I do. Maybe somebody in this room wants to be a millionaire. Maybe someone in this room has some crazy goal. It seems crazy now to everybody else, but as long as it doesn't seem crazy to you, you're going to be able to do it. You have to have faith in yourself. You have to trust in yourself. You can't give up on yourself. The whole time that I was struggling in school, I was building myself up in other ways to the point where people turn around. They probably weren't paying attention to me anymore, and they're like, what the fuck? How's he able to make all this money? How's he able to do all these different things when he wasn't able to take kind of the traditional route? I made my own route. Started paving my own trail, making my own track, my own way. Just because you're not gifted in math or you're not gifted in this or that, doesn't mean you don't have other abilities or other qualities. I think it's our it's our responsibility as human beings to try to figure out what it is that you're good at, what it is that you're gifted at. But each person has their own skill set. Each person has their own gift. It's your job to find it. It's your homework from Mark Bell to go find it, go find what you're good at, and work on sharing that with other people, and work on being kind to other people, being good to other people, and be able to share your mission and your goals with other people. Try to get around like-minded people. If you walk with the lame, you'll develop a limp. Don't be around people that want to limp. Don't be around people that want to drag you down, that want to slow you down. Try to find like-minded people that want to be better. They exist. There's a lot of positive people. There's a lot of negative people, but there's a lot of positive. If you guys, I'll just kind of open it up for a Q&A for right now. I'm just going to end this little segment by saying that I'd like you guys to challenge yourselves. Try to find a competition. I don't care if it's bodybuilding, powerlifting, if it's a 5K run. I don't care what it is. Try to find something local to participate in. Challenge yourselves, because you don't learn enough about yourself until you're pressed up against something, until you're really challenged. There's powerlifting meets all the time. There's Olympic lifting meets all the time. There's people who are always doing some kind of run. I don't know anything about any of that because I don't run anywhere. But try to find some activity that you can engage in, and maybe you start finding out what you're good at. Maybe you start finding something that you really love and enjoy. Strength is never weakness, and that's it for me.
Everything you said, it really resonated deep with me.
Good.
But I'm starting to really understand, I'm trying to become like a student, if you will, of life, and I'm starting to understand that a lot of people in positions like yourself have routines in the morning. And do you have one?
Yeah, right now my routine in the morning is a little different than what I'd like it to be. Because I'm training for this 600-pound bench. As a powerlifter, it's kind of funny. As somebody who participates in exercise, participates in a sport, I have to kind of sit still a lot, and I have to consume a lot of calories. It's kind of part of this piece of the puzzle that is to bench 600 pounds. Normally, I wake up pretty early and go for a walk. Pretty early. A few years ago was like 4:30, 5 o'clock, and now it's a little bit more realistic. It's a little bit more like 7 o'clock. The reason why I was getting up so early is just because my wife goes to swim practice and my kids were really little. Now my kids are older, they can be left alone a little bit, so it's not as big of a deal. Sometimes I'll walk for a few miles, and sometimes I'll literally just walk for, it might only be like half a mile. Sometimes I don't go very far. Sometimes it just gives me a chance to be by myself, and it gives me a chance to think. And a lot of times I'll just listen to music and I'll just walk. Not just in the morning, but every day it's important to develop routines. For me, for the actual lifting that I do, when I go to do a bench press, when I go to do a squat, when I go to do, you guys see me, when I bench press, I play patty cakes with the chalk ball every time. It's just to have a routine, and it's a way for me to relax almost. It may look real intense, but it's a way for me to relax, and it's a way for me to tell myself, you know what? This like heavy weight that you're about to try to do, it's gonna be okay. You're gonna be all right. You're gonna be able to actually do it. You have to talk yourself into being able to get underneath 550 pounds and bench press it for a few reps. There's no other way to really do it. There's some lifters and there's some athletes that are so good that they don't have to do any of that. They can be really like stoic when they do stuff. That's not me. I got to get myself like fired up. I got to get excited.
During your journey with super training, did you ever experience a period of burnout, and how did you handle that?
You want to try to allow your PRs and your personal bests to come to you. A lot of times I've seen the biggest progress and the biggest lifts done in the gym that surprise people because they've been working on building their strength for such a long period of time that they haven't even had the opportunity to really test their strength, which is a big difference between testing your strength and building your strength. Out of nowhere, they go to test their strength and like, holy crap, gained 50 pounds on my squat or gained 50 pounds on my deadlift. I think what happens is we get excited and we want to test our strength, and we want to test it too often, and that's when you end up getting hurt or going backwards or having trouble making progress, or you end up with the blues. Another thing is just to find a training partner. It's not easy, especially as a female. Sometimes it can be really difficult to find somebody that really wants to do the crap that you're doing. But what you can do is consistently invite people in to work out with you, even if it's just for the day. Even if you know they're not going to last really long, just say, "Oh, it'd be fun for you to come. You should come. I'll teach you how to deadlift." Maybe you teach them how to deadlift, and maybe they start deadlifting every once in a while. Maybe they disappear for a while, but maybe they come back. And it'll be fun for you because it'll take your mind off of you lifting so heavy. Try not to worry about the fact that they may slow you down, which might be true. Just try to think that you're able to share something with somebody, and you're able to actually work out with a friend rather than trying to do it all on your own. Anybody have any other questions? Anything you want to ask? Whatever. Everybody good? All right. Thanks again. I really appreciate you guys coming out. Appreciate the support. Appreciate these girls here, always taking care of me here at the cryotherapy joint. And any question you guys have for them, make sure you ask them a couple questions about the facility. It's a great facility. Stuff works. I utilize it all the time. It's really been helping a lot with my training. That's it for me. All right, thanks, guys.